Here are some reasons why narcissists are always anxious throughout their lives. People who have accepted a narcissist's funny identity are usually jealous of their way of life. The way some narcissists present themselves, with their wealth, fancy automobiles, and purportedly love relationships, makes it clear that they don't always have it together. However, I've learned from my upbringing among narcissists that operate under cover that their mask is only a sham. To enhance their public image, they gather items, but this is all for show. Their ultimate intention is to instill feelings of inadequacy and jealousy in others. Since narcissists derive their sense of value from their belongings, they are incredibly materialistic. Their desires go beyond financial possessions. They also want fame and recognition. But no matter how prosperous, well-known, or famous they are, all the self-loathing they harbor comes out when they are alone or in their refuge. I would like to begin by extending a warm welcome and expressing my gratitude for viewing this video before delving into the content. We'll talk about narcissists' shortcomings today. It's important to keep in mind that this does not diminish their skills in any way. Some narcissists are successful in life because of their compelling arguments, endearing demeanors, and excessive striving, qualities that are only beneficial to the narcissist. But we're going to focus on those gaps today. A narcissist's insatiable thirst for praise from others is one of their main weaknesses. Their self-esteem is low, and they are always in need of approval from others. For them to feel important and desired, they require attention, affirmations, praise, and flattery. Some people lie, cheat, and exaggerate their accomplishments to impress others close to them, while others attempt to feel accepted by having multiple sexual partners. Their insatiable thirst for validation from a variety of sources must be constantly satisfied. The second weakness of narcissists is that they are easily immobilized by fear. Although narcissists worry about many other things, getting discovered and humiliated is one of their main worries. They need to keep the deception tower they've constructed intact for their own survival. They fear misinterpretation, exploitation, abandonment, and even self-abandonment. Interestingly, a lot of their concerns are well-founded. Nevertheless, because of their paranoia, they think that everyone is out to get them. Trusting people is difficult for narcissists due to their anxiety and paranoia. They observe others with mistrust, constantly alert, and reading every move and word for insults to their self-esteem. Narcissists are well known for seeing everyone as essentially selfish and assigning dishonest conduct to others. They frequently use preemptive strikes to maintain their sense of superiority and to keep themselves secure. A fourth characteristic of narcissists is their self-centeredness. They lack empathy and are unable to look past their own demands and desires. They view their lack of empathy for other people's emotions as a quality that allows them more flexibility to prioritize their own happiness. Although this kind of thinking might help people achieve in the short run, it keeps them from seeing that true happiness comes from putting the needs of others above one's own. True happiness is in serving others rather than taking advantage of them. The humility of the narcissist front, the mask of preying. The sixth characteristic of a narcissist is their excessive feeling of pride. Because of their pride, they are unable to accept responsibility for their acts, recognize their shortcomings, or take the initiative to make positive changes in their lives. They are unlikely to change into the kind, understanding individuals we all hope they would be, because they are unwilling to look inward at their own actions. I've created a video that elaborates on this concept in order to dig deeper into the issue of narcissistic pride. In the end, pride is a deadly defect that brings them to ruin. The sixth weakness of narcissists is addiction, which is their Achilles heel. A significant issue for numerous narcissists is addiction. In an attempt to find happiness and run away from their own inner issues, they resort to obsessive-compulsive behavior, substance addiction, gaming, gambling, and pornography. Some narcissists turn to addiction as a coping strategy for their mental distress. Being able to deal with their feelings of inadequacy through whatever it is that excites them or momentarily eases their internal fights causes them to get addicted rather rapidly. The seventh main weakness of narcissists is their brittle sense of self. Despite their confident, sophisticated, and proud appearance, they are incredibly insecure. the narcissist is aware that their outside behavior is staged. Their avoidance of conflict and defensiveness in the face of comedy or criticism reveal that beneath the surface, they are cowards. They are constantly seeking payback, which is a sign of their petty and spiteful nature. Making mistakes is more common in someone whose fragile ego finds it difficult to tolerate criticism or to engage in conversations that call into question their own behavior. In a separate video, I cover various simple ways to subtly undermine the ego of the narcissist. The issue with dedication, this leads us to their eighth flaw, their inability to commit. Narcissists struggle with commitment, even though they desire long-term relationships. They've developed a habit of betraying the confidence of those who matter most to them because they haven't learned how to love and care for themselves. They still don't understand what authenticity is, and their relationships never get to see them for who they really are. To put it plainly, people don't want to talk about the unpleasant aspects of their lives. Rather, they'd find contentment in fabricating a false identity and seducing others into a charade of love with that individual. The pit of discontent for narcissists, the lifestyles of 9 out of 10 narcissists, are not fulfilling. They struggle to be satisfied and battle boredom all the time, getting bored with the same things and people they see over and over. Nothing and no one can fulfill their needs. Because they are always comparing themselves to other people, narcissists continue to harbor jealous attitudes even in the face of abundance. Their never-ending desire for more of everything, lovers, possessions, credentials, cash, and recognition, drives their relentless pursuit. Their unquenchable greed condemns them to a life of perpetual unhappiness. The iron grip of gratitude, narcissists are adamant that they are entitled to certain things from the outside world. They believe that the only reason other people are around is to fulfill their own desires. Because of this, they see helping others as merely a chore and don't think gratitude is important. A narcissist becomes enraged when they are rejected because it exposes their lack of regard. Their insatiable desire never seems to be satisfied by anything. They are excellent at pointing out flaws in other people and lack a grateful attitude. The narcissist would prefer not to acknowledge their guilt if they expressed gratitude because it would be interpreted as such. Close thoughts, because of these 10 characteristics, narcissists are particularly prone to injury. They are left to live a life of horror, loneliness, and sorrow. Their everyday issues are mostly the result of their brain processes. People struggle to connect meaningfully with others and find long-term joy in life as a result of these shortcomings. Always keep in mind that you shouldn't be envious of a narcissist. That will conclude today's discussion. I sincerely appreciate you deciding to accompany me on this trip. In case you'd found this video to be informative, kindly hit the like button. As always, I appreciate your support and reading.